Yo, One Piece chapter 1114. Before I begin, I would like to dedicate this video to my closest friend, Dariusz Wołosz, who passed away last week on Tuesday, April 30th. He was the biggest One Piece fan I knew, and he's gone now. He was the one I always went to when I read a One Piece chapter. He was always up to date, and I've known him my entire life, so he's been there for not only One Piece, but Bleach, Naruto, Toriko. He was the biggest Naruto fan I knew, much more than I was, you know. We shared a lot of interests, and we talked about a lot. When Attack on Titan was coming out monthly, we'd talk about it every month. It's hard to think that he's not going to be able to finish One Piece. And just thinking that one of the core themes of One Piece being inherited will, it feels like my duty to finish it for him, in a sense. Today was his funeral. Today was the last time I would see him. But in the words of Dr. Hairlook, when does a man die? It is when he is forgotten. So I will promise that I will never forget you, Darius. And I will inherit your will of being a One Piece fan. This was hard, but I'm going to continue on to the chapter. He was a massive fan of Meme Piece and all those meme Reddits too. He would send me so many Shanks and Mihawk memes, all the newest stuff. And he was also always reading leaks, you know? Whenever leaks came out Mondays, I knew he read them. And as soon as he messaged me, I knew it'd be a hype chapter, but I always be like, hey bro, don't let me know. Don't let me know. If it's hype, just, keep it in until I read it. I'm not waiting for the official. I'm waiting for a scan, so just wait. But it makes me wonder, because we were on a week break because of Golden Week. And I really thought the chapter was going to come out last week, right? I think a lot of us did. And I'm pretty sure the leaks came out, though. So I'm really hoping that before he passed, he was able to read the leaks for this chapter. I'm really hoping. Just so he had a little bit more. All right. Let's continue on to the chapter. Chapter 1114, titled The Wings of Icarus. It's a bittersweet title, I'll be honest. I'm not talking about personal details. That makes sense. Cover story, Yamato, Volume 4. I ask that you complete a pilgrimage to Hakumai and return the sword to Enma's shrine in the late Yasui's stead. Yasui's will, Kinemon allowing Yamato to carry it back to Hakumai. Fantastic. So actually, she's going to be traveling all across Wano, and it's going to be like maybe one of the last stops before, was it Ringo? Right? To Enma's Shrine. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I wonder if we're going to see Shusui then. To Enma's Shrine. If I'm a little out of it for this chapter, please excuse me. Also, if I am kind of exhausted. It's been a rough week. I'll be honest. It's been a rough week. And I thought I had to do this. I would have to do this last Thursday, which would have been 2 days after it happened. And I think I would have been a complete mess if I had to record this last week. So I'm kind of glad it took a week for even the TCB scans to come out. But maybe let's pick up the pace, because we're already 6 minutes in. Navy HQ, New World. The world is shocked, of course. The revelation that the world is sinking was the last thing the Vegapunk said. The world's gonna sink into the ocean? Does he realize what he's saying? Dr. Vegapunk. Akainu, ... Is this because he had an inkling of something, or because now he suspects that the government's been hiding stuff even from him? The town of Mockery, Mocktown, of course, in Jaya. Yeah, this guy's a riot. Is he trying to panic everyone and take the world down with him? How the heck is the world meant to sink, Mr. Genius? City Water, Water 7. If he was just talking about this city, I'd believe him in an instant, but the whole world? It'd take a lot more than rising tides to do that, right? And we got our boy from Water 7. Oh man, I haven't read Water 7 in a long time. I should know his name now. Ropes, Mr. Ropes. Continuing. The underwater prison, impelled down. I got Dofi. This is just getting better and better. Isn't it your job to take care of the inmates, Magellan? What are you gonna do if the prison gets completely flooded? Oh, Magellan's sitting right out. Damn, is Dofi like in the back of the office or something? Like, that's crazy. You have a point. The sudden sea level rise earlier caused havoc with some cells. And that was only 1 meter. How many meters would it take to cover the whole world? Most urban areas would be screwed if water levels rose just another 5 meters. Maybe we should all evacuate. We can always go somewhere high up. Mary Jo. Ryugu Kingdom, Fishman Island. Father, is that really going to happen? It sounds so Atlantish, Jamon. Back to Egghead, the island of the future. This is crazy talk. But the world's most acclaimed scientist is saying it. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's true, it'll cause mass panic and chaos. Enough with the lies and madness, Vegapunk. And then all the Goro say, telepathing, quickly eradicate the broadcast snail. No, snuff out every living thing you can sense. We can deal with the ramifications later. I got Saturn, have his face it's like on fire. Who is that from? Who just attacked him? Was that Frankie's radical beam, or was that isn't he with Usopp and stuff right now? Who is that? Who did that? Then Gandhi. Damn, Stella, did he really have to spill all the beans? Did he really spill the beans on everything? Please, humor me for a moment. Please humor me for a moment as I make a prediction. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now, as I record this, an exceptionally vicious earthquake will rock the planet. Huh? Damn. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now as I record this. Now, when was this recorded? I think it's giving us the assumption that this was recorded right as Lelucia was taken out. That's pretty recent. That's pretty recent for him to do this. Interesting. Damn, Smoothie? Damn, we're actually seeing some Big Mom pirates, bro? Don't tell me he's talking about today's earthquake. Didn't he die after this recording? Following this calamity, sea levels the world over will rise by 1 meter. A number of islands will become uninhabitable. No way. He actually saw it coming. And naturally, many beaches will also be completely submerged. If this doesn't come to pass, feel free to disregard the rest of this message. This is freaky. How was he able to call it? So we have a long ring long land with I forget Stilt's guy's name. We got Akainu. Aokiji. My apologies. Aokiji with bandages on because the Garp fucked him the fuck up. Assuming, however, these events have transpired, then please pay heed to what I have to say. The earthquake I just predicted cannot, strictly speaking, be considered a natural phenomenon. Ah, yeah. We got Gandhi being that's Saturn up there on the Labostratum. Damn, not them taking him out. Yo, look at everyone going in. Vegapunk, not another word. Fucking damn. Okay, Lilith coming in, Nami coming in with the blasting. I think Nami was the one that blasted him because she's blasting him in like the same spot. Brooke coming in, Chopper shielding Robin with his guard point, but like you can clearly tell that Chopper's like getting hurt. Like he's taking it, you know. Usopp like exploding right in the chest area. Get out of here. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. Wah! Oh, they all got like pushed back, and then Robin made a net, caught him right at the edge. Was that right at the edge? Goddamn. Ooh, and then he's like pressing into guard point. Be gone! I'm guessing that's him saying that. Because they're actually like putting up a fight. They're actually putting up a fight against the man. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. There's something on the left. I don't want to look at it. And that brought me to what proved to be my first grave sin. Mars, what is the status of the power station? I'm seeing it now. We must preserve the contents of that room. I'm almost there. I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting... I'm guessing, I didn't read it, but I'm guessing what's on that side. I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting energy source, hell-bent on driving the world to a bigger and brighter future. The mother flame. So he did, okay. So he did a Begone, and then he, like, he, like, rapid. Oh, I see what happened. He like stepped on Chopper, shuffled them back, pushed them all back. Robin caught them, and then just started running forward. Okay. Running forward to the power plant. The Mother Flame. Ooh, Mother Flame. But I flew too close to the sun. Bloop, 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 bloop. S108 A and MU. I wonder what that stands for. Damn, and then Saturn immediately going into human form and bashing it with his bat. Is that really how we're doing this, man? Is that really the most optimized way of destroying this fucking... Okay. We have to eradicate all life forms. We must be relentless. Not yet. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, though. So it is a flame. It's like a flame in water. Or in some kind of like green blood or liquid or something. Glub, glub. So use. Nothing's working. The Iron Giant continues to walk. In order to understand... What is it? We didn't even phase it. We're just going everywhere this chapter. We are seeing people's reactions. We're going all over Egghead. Everything is happening. Again, these Vegapunk monologues being alongside like action and just a lot of crazy shit happening is wild. Ouch! That's hot. Yeah. We'll be burned to a crisp if we don't hurry. In order to understand... I feel like I want to kind of just read Vegapunk's part, but I might just do that later. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, though. In order to understand where the world is heading, we must first address the past. Specifically, what happened between 900 and 800 years ago. A century-long period that most think of as a blank part of history. And we got rustling going on in Mary Joa. The celestial dragons ain't too happy. And then we got Emu, just a silhouette, just standing there. Shouldn't get ahead of myself. To understand where the world is heading. So it's like this is a repeat. To understand where it's going, you have to go back in time because it already happened. So it makes sense that's happening again. Or something close to that. Those miserable Marines! What are they doing? Hurry and shut this cretin's mouth! Damn, does that mean the Celestial Dragons know? Do all the Celestial Dragon families know, dude? About the history? Fittingly, it is known as the Void Century, since all information about it has either been erased or lost. And that is true for the most part. But there's one last key to unlocking some scraps and echoes from back then. Damn, some scraps and echoes makes me think of an Iron Giant. Echoes makes me think of like souls and past people that can speak and stuff like that. Death is too good for him. Bring back his body, I'll tear him limb from limb. The Void Century? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Damn. Ooh. Interesting. The Void Century. What is he talking about? So are they purely angry because he's supposed to be a government asset? He's supposed to be under them? I just saw the next panel. Or are they angry because they actually know the history of the Void Century. The older people might, but she's Charlos's sister, I'm pretty sure, pretty young, is clearly questioning the Void Century. What is he talking about? Interesting. To me, this is indicating a possible turn in some of the celestial dragons. It's interesting that she was, I think, the first celestial dragon we've ever seen, and was doing heinous shit, was on a slave. Charlos was the one that shot the people, though, but she was definitely like a little bit of a bitch, right? But if we're getting first indication of like a turn morally for a celestial dragon, which is interesting. And we know there's already good ones like Don Quixote Mios. But let's continue. But there is one last key to unlocking some scraps and echoes from back then. And we're heading to Elbath. Because we see Saul. The poneglyphs. Those lonely stones dwelling in various quiet and calm lands all over the globe, the text inscribed on them, once decoded, is our one and only method of glimpsing this unknown past. Now, does Saul hear him? Does he have a little radio up? I would hope. Or is he just chilling? He's not bandaged up. He might have a scar, though. The man with the flame scar, he might have a scar, though. Because he was bandaged up when Vegapunk saw him in the past, but obviously he's healed up by now. Orange Town. East Blue. Hey! Oh, they put a straw hat. Is that on the mayor's house? Oh, what was his name again? Bandoof or some shit like that. And we got the Choo-Choo statue. Oh, that's exactly like the Japanese dog statue. I forget his name. Aw. Hey, did you know that way back when 20 kings teamed up to create the world? I wonder if this old-timer knows about any of them. Who can say? What do you think, Choo-Choo? Woof! Oh, bro. Okay. I don't know why. I didn't even see actual Choo-Choo. I just saw the Choo-Choo statue, which is great. But also, thank God Choo-Choo's alive. I don't know. For a second, I thought he was dead. And I, like, barely reacted to that. I'm sorry. But no, he's alive. He's fine. Amazon Lily. Despite this, any attempts to decipher the poneglyphs is considered taboo by the world government. And so, I felt compelled to commit my second grave sin. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era myself. I was fortunate enough to inherit several documents from a certain group of exceptional archaeologists, and that allowed me to decipher a number of poneglyphs. Damn, Vegapunk. I mean, look, massive brain. Brain, know me. Know me. You know? You know me? Vegapunk knowing how to read poneglyphs makes sense. I don't see why he wouldn't. Zoro-san! Jinbei-san! Good one, Brooke. Robin. She's like, you know how to read them too? It's kind of crazy. I pursued this research as far as possible, and I have no regrets. Hey, look at Nami's expression. She's like, Robin, we don't need you anymore. We're gonna have Vegapunk on our ship. No, of course not. History is a story, after all. Whoa. The ground's moving. What's happening? Like the edge of the cloud? Is the cloud just being destroyed? Is the labostratum going to be destroyed? Oh, it's stretching. The clouds are stretching. This must be what Edison was talking about. Ah, that's right. With the edge of the clouds further out, we'll be able to leap right into the ocean. True. So are we moving the labostratum or it's stretching the labostratum? I think we're adding clouds to it. Y'all straw hats better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. Don't you dare get caught by the government. You're my guy, Edison. Y'all straw hats better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. Not the government. God damn. There's a fucking in the Fallout show, they have the government spelled like idiotically. Loved it. Redneck government. Okay. History is a story after all. And in truth, I only know a small fragment of this 100-year-long tale. It wouldn't be right to leave you with baseless speculation. So I'll limit myself to the facts as I know them. What? Enough, Straw Hat. It's pointless. The star of this dam. That's what we're getting? Alright. The star of this story was born 800 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. This next move is gonna work! Punching Valkyrie right in the snout, dude, with a... What is that, like a Conqueror's coated gear 3rd elephant gun? Like, what are we talking here? The star of this story was born 900 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. And just like the legendary sun god Nika from the fables of Elbaf. Damn, the legendary sun god Nika from the fables? Not the fables of Elbaf, with Elbaf being fable spelled backwards. That's great. From the fables of Elbaf. He too fought with a stretchy and elastic body. They called him Joy Boy. So Sun God Nika is even more of a mythological creature than Joy Boy. There's just generations of Gomu Gomu no Mi, in a sense, or if you want to call them the Nika fruit. So the Nika is like a phoenix, like it's a legendary thing, right? And then so Joy Boy had the Nika fruit. It's interesting. It's interesting if we think about, you know what? I'll say it in a second. I got 2 minutes left. And we're right at the end. Stop it! You're cracking us up. Yeah. So Luffy just keeps trying, but he keeps fucking up his hand. So he's not doing anything more. He was the first man to take to the seas. The first one to be called a pirate. The Joy Boy was the original pirate. I get shivered up. I got a little shivery when I just read that. Break next week. There's gonna be a lot of breaks. Yeah. Great chapter though. Great chapter to be in between 2 breaks. I'm probably not gonna reread all of Vegapunk's dialogue just because I don't really have time. But Joy Boy was a figure that inherited Nika's will by having his fruit. That's how we think of it, right? Especially with Zoans, it's kind of like an inherited will of the creature. He was the first one to take to the seas and to be called a pirate. But he was born in the bountiful and advanced kingdom. So this is interesting. Also, okay, so, This is interesting. Also, Nika being a Elbaf fable is also very interesting. And the first grave sin was what? Because the second was was reading the poneglyphs. The first grave sin was making the mother flame. Because he was fixated on it. Yeah. So he made a thing that is gonna cause the destruction of everything. He flew too close to the sun and made something that could be taken away from him and used by the government to destroy the world. To fuel, assumingly, the ancient weapon Uranus, that, assuming, destroyed Volusia and caused the rise in sea levels. Because the red line is so high, the celestial dragons, the Gorosei and Emu, can destroy every single island on the planet of One Piece and do not have to care about the rising sea levels because they are safe on the red line. I get it. Joy Boy, first pirate, seems to have gone to all these different islands. So there were different islands. He actually went to all the different islands and made allies, like we have with Luffy, Vivi and Alabasta, Shirahoshi and Fishman Island, all these different islands, made allies, made friends, and people didn't like that. Or I guess Alabasta was one of the first 20 that went against them, and we're always guessing Joy Boy is on the side of the opposing side of the government. So maybe didn't make friends with maybe Lily, realized the wrong of her ways in a sense, right? But he made a ton of friends, and it feels like they were allied, and then this other group was like, well, fuck you, we want power instead. Just gotta say, I really hope Darius read this leak. It was a lot, but you know, every chapter's been great. So I hope he at least got this little bit of information before he passed. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. I think I'm gonna maybe take a break for another week, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.